Right now, the spring peepers are coming out of the south. The wind is carrying their voices from the vernal pool, not more than 130 yards away from here. It's early enough. The mosquitoes aren't out yet. Their scouts are hanging around, but the hatch hasn't happened. Good time of year. The birds are coming in. Understanding the behaviors of the chipmunks, the year-round birds, and the migratory birds is important. It's important in here if you want to successfully hunt, if you want to see more wildlife before they see you. That general awareness that stretches beyond our human physical senses because we've plugged into what an alarm, cry, call, squeak sounds like. You can differentiate between a ground threat and an aerial threat by the way a chipmunk sounds. Or how the explosive pattern of birds, whether they dive down or explode out, can help you determine whether it's a feral house cat or a sharp-shinned hawk. But more important than that is the silences before the alarms. You know how the chipmunks in their baseline are nuzzling through leaves, and the squirrels and the crows are messing with each other? And the deer are either bedded down around 2, at least here around 2, they're bedded down, and then they get up again around 4, and they work their way down to the swamp. That rhythm, that it's almost routine except for the seasonal changes and the way the weather affects it. Once it's disrupted, you should pay attention. Now let's transfer that to your modern life. The silence before, or the calm before the storm. Even during a car accident, and I've been in a few, self-imposed foolishness, but I've noticed that there's this quiet before the crash, the impact. It's like that brief silence. Never figured out why. People do it. They get quiet. Right? It's because they're going to their core. It's an instinct. Someone jabs at your face, you blink. Well, one of those instincts is to go quiet and in, and to immediately assess the situation, whether you get startled or you're entering a room you've never been to ever, or you're meeting somebody for the first time. You know, all of these moments involve a degree of hesitation and presence. You're quickly reading body language cues, direct eye contact cues, odors or smells, perfumes, colognes, or that they haven't bathed, or that they're sweaty from a day's work. All of these first impressions or lasting impressions, are because you're fully present. So, by plugging in your senses to listen for the silences, you're going to have the heads up when things go south fast, whether it's a fast-moving storm on the lake and you're in a sailboat, or that person's not going to stop at that red light, or that person walking towards you does not seem very friendly with their body language cues, their direct eye contact, the downward tilt of their head and chin, their squared off shoulders and their clenched fists, making a beeline towards you or a loved one. Being able to detect that while it's in the corner of your eye in a moment faster than thought, giving you that intuitive or sixth sense turn and look, it's going to help you out. I'm not saying that the world is going to be full of boogeymen, but the sharp-shinned hawks are out there. Hunger is out there. Tracking the silence before the alarms is what allowed us to have enough supplies 6 weeks ago, before the run on the supermarkets. So, study the birds. Adopt a robin in your yard. They have a lot to teach you about not only their sequence for alarms, but your impact on that landscape, the signature you leave. See you on the trail.